I ponder about to myself, would I have any regrets in my life? Like, for instance, there's like one task, there's one thing I always wanted to do since I was 17, and that was like almost 5 years ago. And now I'm achieving it. Like, I put it so off. Well, that one thing was Japanese. I wanted to learn that language years ago, and now I'm finally putting in, well, I'm being consistent each and every day to actually learn the language. And I put that off for 5 years, as in, I always wanted to do it in college, or even before that, I always wanted to do it in secondary because I was like a big anime fan back in 2016. So I always wanted to have, and I had the opportunity. Like in my secondary school, there was Japanese classes, and I had the opportunity to, actually study it. But I avoided it because I hated this one teacher. I don't know why. I did that because I hated this one teacher. I think it was Mr. Nadia or something like that. And he was he was my Spanish teacher, but he was going to study Japanese. For like an extra curriculum. So it was going to be like a club, extra classes basically. And I never took that opportunity. So I guess I left out on that. And then it came to college afterwards. So that was when I was 16 to 18. I wanted to study Japanese on my free time. So I would be on the lunch table. We had our own cafeteria in college, and I would study by myself. I was studying hiragana and katakana at the time. And then I kept going for a few days and then I stopped. Is what? You wanted to learn this language so badly in secondary, and then college you had the time, the free time to do it, and then I let go. And that happened. And then afterwards it was I think it was just after lockdown. I had so much free time. I wanted to study the language so badly, but I never really committed to it. So I never fully committed for the past. Actually, this is probably past that 5 years now, and now I'm doing it currently. So I can't lie to myself that I'm gonna be very fluent in 1 year. Like that's impossible. Like being realistic to learn a language this highly difficult. It's probably 4 years, and I'm only past maybe 30 days or under 30 days learning this because I have my study material on the table. And I think this time I'm going to pull through. Uh, the reason I'm making this video in the first place is just to look back into it, look back and watch myself saying, man, you really achieved it. You really went for your dream and actually studied and pursued a language that you really enjoy. Because there's so many aspects with this. Like, I love listening to music. I love listening to J-pop, city pop, mostly the 80s, 90s songs, anime, obviously. Um, but I always wanted to live in Japan as well. I always wanted to pursue that dream, and I'm doing it now. So I'm just making that my one priority. That one priority, doing this, because I believe that if I put it off too long, I will regret it. And then by the time I've really focused, that I have too much responsibilities. I'm at a time of my life where I have less responsibilities, living with parents, and having a load of free time that should be managed carefully throughout the day to make this work out. So that's what I'm going to do. That's a promise to myself now, okay, that I will proceed and I'll keep going for you, for us, man. All right, I'm gonna make us proud. All right, see you, me.